Hi everyone, today we will talk about Victorian issues. In hard times, Dickens presents a convincing analysis of the social problems that have arisen in 19th century. Dickens was clearly strongly influenced by many contemporary issues when writing hard times, so Dickens wrote many of the problems of the Victorian age in the novel.
The educational system. The educational system was satirized by Dickens in the novel. Teachers only taught students what they wanted, and the way children were treated was very bad. And they didn't taught them to use their imagination and to think for themselves as well as being taught facts. The students were taught to follow what the teachers told, but not to think or wonder about the teaching given by them. For instance, Tom faced a problem, and he was not able to deal with the situation, though he was highly educated at that time, and Louisa can't understand her own emotion because of the poor education system of the Victorian era. Divorce law fee. Stephen Blackpool, a hand in an industry, had a drunk and a British wife, wanted a divorce from her but can't because of his poor financial condition and was not able to afford the costly fee of divorce law. This writing, Dickens clearly states his hatred towards the divorce law, which remains which remains a privilege of the rich people. Persecution of workers. We read in the novel how the oppression of poor working class by the rich industrialist, and it's also the main point of indignation in the novel. The hard workers are just termed as handins without any emotion, which, which shows that they are counted only in terms of work, production, and manufacturing, except that they are not human beings. Further, the novel is a radical criticism against the economic disparity of the age where the rich are extremely rich, and the poor have abject poverty. They can't even have a square meal.
The emotions. Even emotions were written in the novel. Dickens showed us the way that critically treated his family. Cecilia and the other characters how that emotion was, and they made all these evidence in the novel. Dickens showed us that emotions are very important in life, that marital life cannot be continued without feelings between the spouses, that the family must have feelings between the father and the children and the brothers as well.
Environmental pollution. The environment is central to modern life. We are all too aware that some of our world leaders today are in denial about such issues as global warming and climate change. And air pollution is still a problem in many industrial areas today. All around, even in some rural areas, there are chilling reminders that the problems of environmental pollution are far from solved. When we see the murky waters of our major cities and the unavoidable accompanying stench, we can wonder if we are any different from the grime industrial smoke-filled coke town.
Social stratification system and the poor. Charles Dickens was strongly critical of the utilitarian principles and ideals throughout his novel Hard Times, particularly the notion of weight division which left the rich more rich and the poor poorer. And he had been writing about the plight of the urban poor, and he clearly portrayed English poverty in a more realistic way because he was part of it. One of his greatest achievements was to bring the problems and hard conditions of poverty to the attention of his readers through presenting varieties of poor persons.